Hello, welcome to Only One United International Reds, another watch-along, Northern Ireland versus England. And Maisy's back. Yay! How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? And I probably look a bit unrecognisable at the moment with this tan, but
Tan, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's good. There's a few other things that are wrong, like for example, that Alessia Russo is on the bench tonight, but we'll we'll get to that. I know there's the old adage about be nice to your elders, but let's not make them start, Mark. Mark Skinner, I've just been an England manager. Christ. So Serena Wegman, even. So yeah, have you had a chance to look at the lineup, or you should go through that, I guess?
I have seen the lineup, yes, but let's go through it.
So Mary Earps in goal, then Bronze, Wright, Williamson, and Carter in defence. No real surprises there. Good to see, obviously, Mary Earps in her rightful place. Now, obviously, Serena Wegman has finally let the cat out of the bag that she's England's number one, which is something that we've all known for a long time, as United fans anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it should be good with Northern Ireland because they're going to give more of an attempt than North Macedonia did on Friday night. And then if you look at the midfield, so just bringing that up. Have you got the midfield?
What is it now? I literally just had the lineup on just said as well.
Yeah, that's what I was doing as well.
Don't worry,
you got the pleasure of us for a lot longer tonight, so there we go.
Yeah, that is true. So we have here in the midfield, it is Georgia Stanway, Kira Walsh, Ella Toone. So it's the Manchester midfield.
Yeah.
Kira Walsh, we know that she does start quite regularly there in that defensive midfield role. So I'm not surprised that she has been starting. Georgia Stanway, she's been a bit hit and miss for me at the moment in terms of England.
Yeah, pardon the pun, because she likes to hit and miss a lot of people when she fouls them.
Yeah. And Ella too, she remains in the starting 11 lineup. And I think that it's well deserved. She had a hat-trick last game. She's done brilliant.
Yeah, no, definitely. And obviously, it's good to start, to look at obviously what teams are going to have. And then obviously and then we've got, as we discussed, we've also got Ellen White and Lauren Hemp that are in up front with and Beth Mead as well, obviously.
I almost forgot about her.
Yeah, you forget with England now, we've got to be nice to non-United players. And then Rachel Daly, Hannah Hampton, Katie Zellen, Gabby George, Demi Stokes, Nikita Paris, Jordan Nobbs, Alessia Russo, Beth England, Ellie Roebuck, and Neem Charles. And they've now kicked off early, which is rather good that we started a bit earlier, isn't it? Obviously, England.
I thought it was at 8. I thought it was at 8 o'clock. It's a 7. They changed it to 7:55 kickoff. I thought it was 8 o'clock kickoff.
I did the first watch along, and it went all right. I was like, we'll just mess it up for me, just keep me awake. At least it actually looks like there's people there today looking at the.
Well, to be fair, it looked like they're all from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, there's not much else better to do.
I think it's in Belfast, though, isn't it?
It is. It's in Windsor Park.
Yeah.
Obviously, hello to everyone in the comments. Hello, Nat. England, isn't it? We'll just try and get behind. Obviously, Vix as well. Hope your birthday got better after the match on Saturday. We'll have to let you men's fans talk about
that. It's not something good to talk about anyway, but which obviously
was relating to to Lanzell's in there as well, isn't he?
Hello to Lanzell there as well.
I was referring to.
Yeah, I was looking at the other lineup as well because I know other teams because I know some other teams have been playing today. There was a good goal scored by Jackie Groenen.
Why does Millie Bright look like she's about to get her head chopped off? Like she just looks stressed. Like I know I know you're attacking even, but like do me a favour, love.
I'm surprised with the short corner there from Lauren Hemp, but it was good defending though from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I mean to be honest, I don't know much about them. I know obviously they're in the group, so they obviously made it to the Euros. but I don't really know much about them. I think.
I think they're a developing team. They're a bit like Germany in the respect, because I feel like Germany is another team who are a developing team, and I think that's the case with Northern Ireland as well.
Is it Katie McCabe? Is she? I think she's for Northern Ireland, isn't she?
I believe so.
She's like the Georgia Stanway of their team. So somebody's going to get a yellow card tonight.
Should we put a bet on who it could be?
Oh, that's where everyone loses their money. Obviously, I say Lanzel's mentioning about Jackie's goal. Now,
yeah.
Obviously, I've seen it on Twitter, and again, we can discuss differently as Northern Ireland bring it out. Discuss differently about the fact that, like, you need to see these things on Twitter or do 17 streams and 55 BPMs. Oh, they get it wrong, McCabe. Who's in Northern Ireland then? One of the people we know is in Northern Ireland.
Diane?
No, she's Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, that's Republic. So's McCabe. She's Republic of Ireland, isn't she?
Yeah, well, this is Northern Ireland, though, isn't it? There is somebody we know that's in Northern Ireland. It's a separate football team, isn't it? That's the thing.
I know. I'm going to have a look at their lineup.
Yeah, but just finish what I was saying about Groningen. Yeah. I mean, I really wish, that's a great goal. It would have been great to be on TV and not have to sort of trip through 55 streams to find it. But I saw it on Twitter. And I swear to God, Man United could monetize, pencils and rulers. They do. Just let's have an orange kit. She needs an orange kit to score. So let's have an orange away kit or an orange third kit. And then the Doddle should be a scoring machine because she scores when she's in orange. That's it, Vic. Thank you very much. I knew there was somebody we knew. Rachel Furness in Liverpool plays for Northern Ireland.
We'll be seeing her next season anyway. I was actually just looking at the lineup, just thinking, who is there? But I don't really watch much of Liverpool players.
Yeah, this is it, Lanza. Yeah, it's probably the only colour that Man United hasn't got or never had, really, an orange kit.
We did have a bit of orange a couple of years back. What season was it? It's around 2014, I think it was, because once I got off from my holiday in Lanzarote, I actually bought a shirt.
Okay.
It was black and a bit of orange on it. And I got Martial on the back for anyone who watches the men's football, of course. I'm actually going to show what I look like. I was young, of course, but...
Well, like now when you're geriatric? Come on, love, you're a lot younger than me.
Well, I was only a teenager but when I got the turn.
Yeah.
But...
When I had my youth, it had gone that.
Yeah, I was still only very young anyway. So if you look there, like it's a bit of the
I see what you mean.
A bit of orange there on the
Yeah, we had it in the third kit, wasn't we?
Yeah, that was the third kit. Yeah, so the stripes were orange, and so was the actual badge was orange as well.
Yeah, I think we've obviously had it as a goalkeeper kit, I think, as well, haven't we? At some point, one of the goalkeeper kits. But yeah, no, I mean, it looks like a great, it's one of those, isn't it? I've never been to Northern Ireland. It's probably good to be.
I've been to Northern Ireland. I've actually been to Belfast. I went in September time. Very nice country. Well, city. Very nice city. It's quite a religious city as well. When I went, they had curfews, so yeah, they had curfews, so everywhere shuts at 1:00 for religious reasons, and everywhere opens late on the Sunday after church.
This is Maisy doing her best Jonathan Pierce impression with random facts. Of,
when I speak my facts, I know it's true.
It looks like it's Manchester weather over there anyway, looking at it. I mean, they're actually in our group. This is the thing. I mean, we're kind of half thinking of it like Macedonia, but they are in our group. They are, I believe they're our second. No, they are. I think they're our third game that we play in Southampton in summer. One of the ones that I'm not actually going to. But the one in Brighton I am, and obviously the one at Old Trafford. So actually, it should be a good test for England. As we
it will be. That was close there from Ella
White doing a little. Yeah, it takes a while when she gets that old to get up. You see, so she has to sort of spend a bit. No, I need to be good. She's part of the same team. She's England. I'm England tonight.
I think it would have been nice though for Russo to have a start. I think it.
Yeah, it's a worrying trend because Russo was a nailed-on starter, and Ellen White was a bench warmer that came on halfway through the second half, and I thought that was to do with her age, to be honest. But now the last 2 games she started, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Are they going back to sort of City and friends kind of thing again when it comes to a tournament? Because I tell you what, I've got a lot of hair, but I'm going to pull it out if Steph Houghton gets a role at the Euros. I'm sorry, it's football, not X Factor.
I think you'll be pulling your hair out, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's football. It's not X Factor. I'm not interested in a great sub story. Should have retired love earlier than you did. You've now admitted that the captain's gone to Leah Williamson. Yeah, she doesn't deserve a position in the squad. But I do hope that. That was quite touchy from the Northern Ireland keeper there. Nearly passed it straight to I think Ellen White. Actually, looking at this.
Yeah, I think I always say this, Bo, in terms of your country, it should be based off awards, how you'll play for your club. Because at the end of the day, your club are the ones who are paying your wages. And it should be based off from your country, and it should be treated as an award. And I always do feel like, especially for both the men and the women's team, it's based off who you play for, not who's been the best. Who has played the best. Like, you do look at a couple of these players, like Katie Zellin, for instance. She has been on such good form since the last international break with these corner goals, and this is something what Serena is missing out on. She could be getting another corner goal by doing that. And you look at Russo, she should be easily starting there. Easily starting.
Yeah, I mean, and Lanzel's brought a great point here. How has Paris and Scott got in this team? A very good question, because line off the,
that was quite weak though, to be honest, there from Beth Mead.
But yeah, as Lanzel points out here, Jill Scott. Let's just sort of break down the etymology of what alone means. I look at my squad, I pick a player, I literally say, we don't need you. So then I move you to a different team. You loan them out. So if Man City have looked at Jill Scott and her abilities and her attributes and gone, we don't need you, then why does England get her? Why does
she play for Aston Villa at the moment?
She's loaned to Aston Villa, yeah.
Right, I thought she was, yeah. But sometimes, and like you say, Nikita Paris, she doesn't even get off the bench for Arsenal. I've barely seen her play for Arsenal this season.
Don't get me wrong. Look, based on Macedonia, which is hard to compare it with, because let's be honest, it was like playing FIFA on amateur. Like, it was just they were all over them. Beth Mead was very good, and I am jealous of Beth Mead. I want Beth Mead in our team. She's a United fan. The woman has legs as big as my trunk. Like, she's like a proper athlete in all senses of the word. So I get why she's playing, and Arsenal are at the top, are at the top of the WSL, or I think they might be joint with Chelsea. But there are some decisions. As I say, the main one is Jill Scott, Nikita Paris, and if Steph Houghton comes back, then it just doesn't really work for me.
Yeah, I completely agree with that 100%. I know Lanzel was mentioned about Jordan Nobbs should be there, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't Jordan Nobbs injured at the moment?
I believe so.
Otherwise, I think she'd probably get in.
Yeah, she's. I know she's on the bench. She's on the bench.
She's on the bench.
Yeah, she's on the bench. Yeah, she's on the bench. I mean, Georgia Stanway is another one. Now, obviously, right?
She had two good weeks.
Yeah,
that's all I can think of her for.
I mean, Georgia Stanway is someone who comes on and takes people's legs off. That's essentially what she does for City. I'm yet to see really what there is to like about her, what she actually brings, apart from the likelihood of a yellow card. But obviously tonight should be interesting because, obviously we're in April, so it's not July, but it can still rain in July. So I'll be interested to see. There we go. So Vicky's saying Stanway scoring a lot for City in a minute. Yeah, probably.
City's those developing a lot better too at the moment, Because I seen her more playing as a defensive midfielder near to the start with all the injuries, but now she's playing a bit more into a natural position, more of that box to box kind of midfielder.
Yeah, and
she's doing good, but I just feel like at the moment with other players should be starting ahead of her, and for me, Katie Zello should be one of them who should be making that starting 11 lineup.
Yeah, I mean, she's an ever present position for United. Obviously, I've not been. I've said other things about that, but you know, it's a fact. She is, so she definitely should be in the mix. I'd be interested to see if she gets on tonight. As obviously Lauren Hemp again, just sort of by building our time and trying to pass it through, a bit like Skinner ball, really. We're just kind of looking for gaps and kind of passing it around rather than anything particularly.
The differences between Skinner ball and Serena ball is that I prefer the formation. It's a 4-3-3 formation, what I really do prefer. I'm not a fan of this pivot. I don't like the way Skinner plays the 4-2-3-1. I just hate the pivot where it's like you've got to rely on the pivots for playing two defensive midfielders. And when you have got a pivot and none of them are defensive midfielder, it doesn't work for me. And because I know Hayley Ladd has been out, but and she's only just come back in, but she's playing as a centre back with Diane being injured, Mannion and Turner. You look at the likes of course, Jade Moore. She's not even coming on. So I just feel like in that kind of respect, is what is the point in playing that pivot for me?
No, completely. I'm just keeping an eye on what Lauren Hemp's doing, and she's been quite good, to be honest. And down the wing,
I think she's City's best player this season.
I'm still trying to. I have to go on a course to learn how to praise people like City because it is now ingrained in me.
I don't like it, but
I know.
Praise is there when praise is due, and I think at this point, especially supporting the men's team, you have to learn how to praise your rival teams because you can't praise your own player. Ooh. That was a good shot there.
Yeah, just wait for it to. Oh, it was at Toone.
It was from Toone.
Yeah. See, she's fantastic for England. And fantastic for us as well.
I think the number 10 suits her, to be honest.
What a shot! You know, I mean, it's that confidence again, isn't it? And it wasn't there and there. You know, it wasn't that far off.
It wasn't. It was only a couple of yards off.
I believe Lucy Bronze is out of contract in summer, so I don't know whether or not we can, bring her over to the right side of Manchester. I don't know.
Well, I think she might be known as Alex Greenwood then.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. Yeah,
I suppose, though, I know that Alex Greenwood quite likes her northern clubs. Let's just say.
What? Look, Greenwood plays for anybody. She'll play for anybody, to be honest.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing actually Alex Greenwood there.
Yeah, I think she actually might be injured. Obviously, Lanzel's got a question here. Someone on Twitter said that Chloe Kelly is better than Hemp. What do you think?
That will be
a happy face that you've given that, Maisy there.
I am actually going to be very, very honest here. Right, this is a Twitter called Bad Football Takes. That would be in Bad Football Takes. It really would be.
Yeah, but yeah, it's interesting the person who runs that.
I was looking at who was on the bench, and there was this Gabrielle George on the bench who plays for Everton.
Yeah.
And that is very interesting for me, why Serena is picked up, because Everton hasn't been really doing too good. And if I remember, Gabrielle George, I think she was the one who gave us the penalty at Old Trafford.
Wait, was she? I should remember stuff like that. But I think with Gabby George, it's funny because it reminds me of the chant that we did when we first went to Everton, and it really upset her dad because she was on Twitter. He was on Twitter kicking off afterwards, and it wasn't even offensive. It was actually, it might have been slightly offensive. It was I'm trying to remember it now because it's quite a hard one to stick in your head. It's like, oh, Gabby George, oh, Gabby George. You thought you were a red, but we took McManus instead. Oh, Gabby George. And it just really wound her up. Obviously, we got rid of McManus subsequently. Oh, that's a bit of an interesting one to do in the box, but obviously no penalty in so you basically have to decapitate somebody to get a penalty.
I think even if it was, I think it would have been quite soft. It would have been a soft penalty.
Hey, you want to see a soft penalty? Barcelona, don't come at me. But that Barcelona penalty that they got against Real Madrid at the Nou Camp. I mean, Christ, never seen such a soft penalty. So it's it's Northern Ireland against England, which is in the UK based on BBC Two, and we should. We are kind of focusing on the match. We're just kind of talking around it as well because obviously people can't see it. But I think, as I say, obviously it's only been 17 minutes, and it is, it is less of an issue for us, but because we know we're going to win. But I think this is definitely a good thing to think about with England, that it's not a given that we're going to smash them in summer, because as I say, it's 20 minutes gone already, 0-0.
Yeah, and as well, Northern Ireland didn't like Latvia. They aren't like North Macedonia. They have got a better defence than them, and they're a bit more structured than them as well.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I just think Man United England needs to stop with these sideward passing. Too much sideward passing for my life.
To be honest, you could make the same conversation. You could almost clip that.
That's why I nearly said Man United, because I felt like I was watching Man United again.
Yeah, and as Vix points out here, it's a bit of a low block.
Yeah.
That's being used. Oh.
Shoot.
Ooh.
That was close.
Very close there.
The Lucy Bronze.
There you go, Lucy Bronze. I was going to say, you can definitely tell like when it's not Sky, because like there's one fixed camera. So you I do feel bad for the actual commentators when they're like, it's because you can hardly tell sometimes until it actually.
She was even closer than Tuna.
Yeah, that keeper probably could have got that actually, as in caught it rather than let it go wide. But obviously it was fine for a goal kick.
No, it's better for it. It'd have been better for Northern Ireland though, for it to go wide probably.
Yeah, no, definitely. As obviously they come out now. So 19 minutes gone, as I say. Northern Ireland 0, England 0.
Our Ellen White has given the ball away.
It's one of those, isn't it? I used to watch a bit of England men, and I remember they used to do things like let a goal in randomly when they're going to all over a team for a while. So when I see Northern Ireland on the attack, then I was a bit. It should be interesting.
We have got the best goalkeeper in the league. It's fine.
We have. I hope people remember that, because if there is a mistake tonight, there'll be certain people asking for Ellie Roebuck, who isn't exactly the world's greatest goalkeeper, to be honest.
Hannah Hampson's better than her, and she actually got voted higher in that award thing for best goalkeeper.
Yeah, no, she did. It's on the attack again. Oh, look, the pass, and again lost it.
Well, it says a lot if Hannah Hampton is making a start over Ellie Roebuck, let's just say.
Well, it's Aston Villa, isn't it? So maybe that's the new city. If you play for Aston Villa, you can get the opportunity.
Come on, shoot!
Oh!
Get it in!
No, there we go.
There you go. Ellen White.
Definitely. Has he flagged it offside?
Oh, it's offside.
I'm going to say she's not that cheerful these days, but normally she celebrates a bit more than that. So I was just waiting to see. Is it offside? Let's have a look. Yeah, she's about 7 yards off. Jesus, look at that. She was offside by quite
offside FC.
She just used to getting her own way. No, I think even in WSL that would be given as offside.
Yeah, it would have been given offside, 100%. You could tell by a mile off it was offside.
The assistant referee looks a bit like Mary Earps crossed with Alex Morgan. Maybe there's a bit of work experience going on. She's getting a bit older, Alex Morgan. Now I would never use the term Ellen White and an old dog, just in case people made assumptions, of course. I'll just leave it there without comment. No, it's true. It's very true. So, yeah, 22 minutes gone, obviously still 0-0. Yeah, it's a strange one, really, because I think as long as it's 0-0, you always risk, a freak corner or just an attack. But we do look quite comfortable. I don't think Northern Ireland really have got out their own half, have they?
Yeah, definitely. They haven't really had that much attacking threat, really, in Northern Ireland. It's just been our defence.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder how, because I'm thinking about my true love, which is on a Berger. I wonder how Spain are getting. I think they kick off slightly later than we do, because that'd be another one as well, because they play Scotland tonight. But we're just looking around. I think now again, Millie Bright. It's Leah Williamson. I mean, she is definitely the next captain. She's been confirmed, but you can tell by the way she conducts herself on the pitch.
I think, to be honest, though, Leah Williamson is the best shout for the captaincy. I think she's the captain for Arsenal as well. I think personally, the captain, it should be who's already got that captaincy experience. I don't like goalkeepers being a captain. I don't like strikers being a captain. I think the captain for me even needs to be a defender or a midfielder for the reason that they are all over the pitch compared to a striker or compared to a goalkeeper. They may have leadership qualities, but you can have them as a vice captain, for instance, or whatever they want to do, but I just don't think they should be a permanent captain.
Yeah, and I know some people actually who think that wingers also shouldn't be, so it really does give you a short...
I'm not too bothered about a winger being a captain, to be honest. It's just more of the goalkeeper and the strikers. Like, you don't see a goalkeeper going out the box. You don't see a striker going back to defend unless they drop deep. You don't really see that kind of much from a striker or a goalkeeper compared to the other positions. And I think with Leah Williamson, of course, having the captaincy experience and she does display leadership roles, I think it has been the right choice. Because apart from that, the only captaincy I probably would give it to would be probably Millie Bright, because she's already been captain for England. I think Toone, she's still quite young to be captain as well. You need a bit of an experienced player to be the captain who is going to be a role model for the younger players around.
Yeah, and you need a captain who's going to be first on the team sheet and not, God, look at that. But when your goalkeeper the Northern Ireland goalkeeper kicks it and falls over, it always makes you feel better for the rest of the night. So to be fair, I know it's wet on the foot in Northern Ireland tonight, but
did Lucy Bronze just get nutmegged?
Your young eyes are better than mine. I didn't see it too much. Yeah, it's obviously England on the attack again, so it goes in by Toone.
Oh,
how did that get in?
That was absolute cracking goal.
How did that get in? Yeah. You pretend you meant to do that. That's fine.
And it was an assist from Toone.
It was. So let's have a look. I love Serena Vegeman. She's got a bit of a Jose Mourinho about her. She doesn't really show much emotion a lot of the time, but
you can't show too much emotion, though.
So obviously you've got a nice cross in, and what a touch from Toone, and what a touch from Lauren Hemp. And I mean, it was a deft touch. It was really skillful. I think it was meant to be a cross in a way, maybe across the face of goal, but it was a fantastic touch. And a great goal. 1-0 England.
Very good goal there from Lauren Hemp. Accidental or not accidental, it's a goal.
You can tell my bias, can't you? It's as Vic's pointed out, I suppose it is better because obviously one of the earlier questions we dealt with was somebody questioning if Kelly was better than Hemp. Well, Hemp scored, so we'll take that. But yeah, obviously Landon again mentioning Alexa tapping on our international duty. Yeah. I mean, I think we do know that Honor will eventually go to Barcelona. It's in her blood. She was born in Catalonia, but hopefully we get her for one more season, and hopefully we get her for Champions League.
To be honest, if I was Honor, I wouldn't want to make the same mistake what Lauren James done.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I think as you might have pointed out, or somebody pointed out, Lauren Who, which is kind of where it's gone.
We don't. She's only when she scored her first goal against Leicester for Chelsea, and she isn't getting the minutes. And I just feel like if she was wanting to be a Chelsea player, she could have been bought to Chelsea and then said to Man United, "Will you have her for one more season for a development kind of thing?"
Well, apparently she wanted to be near her home. Because she's obviously from the south of England, from London area. But see, I buy that in the NWSL, where, you know, if you're in Portland, you're like 6,000 miles away from Orlando, for example, if you're Floridian. But it takes 2.5 hours to get to London from Manchester via train. So, but, you know, I suppose fair enough. But you know, it's the old thing as well from management, isn't it? Where, you know, if you don't want to be there, you need to help them out the door in that respect. And for what some of my men's fans have said, it sounds like half of the men's team at United might be following that that adage at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It looks like there's a bit of an injury there from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it looks like it. I need to I'll look at the lineup actually. Yeah, there's a bit of an injury break there, but it does look really cold there, doesn't it?
Well, they got the coats on, whereas I still feel hot like I'm still on the
holiday. Yeah, definitely.
I'm literally sat here in shorts. I'm still sat here in shorts. It's unreal.
Yeah, just looking at the oh, that's rather unhelpful. Yeah, she comes off and she'll be back on in a minute, I think.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to resume the player, aren't they?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, that was the throw in there done for England. Sideward, backward, passing. I absolutely love it. Oh, she keeps giving the ball away. Oh my God, she keeps giving the ball away.
Here we go. So number 14 is. I wonder if I can't even see them. It was 14, wasn't it? Oh, there we go. Wade. L. Wade. Come on, Northern Ireland. Help some of us who are not fans of it and not fans of you by just it.
Is there an Northern Ireland fan in the chat, guys?
on their lineup, it's the initial dot surname. So L. Wade, whoever L. Wade is.
well, L. Wade is back on the chat.
You can guess Lucy. You can go for the obvious female names. Lucy, Linda. I don't really know. We'll find out how anyway. Do we sign Brun on a permanent deal for next season? Oof, you're gonna have to find out on Friday when we have our conversation. Our Talking Reds.
Interesting.
Talking Reds.
Yeah.
Friday? Yeah, that's the other show you do love this week, remember?
I do remember. I'm back a week early.
Yeah, I know.
I still feel like I'm in the holiday blues, you see.
Like,
look at this.
I thought you were going to say that you still thought you were on holiday because you're having a nice little chat, watching the game. But now I'm in the holiday blues. I'm just all depressed. Maisy is jet lagged.
You know what? Where I was, it was the same time zone as the UK. So
I jet lagged sometimes when I have to go up early for work and then have a lie-in on Sunday. It moves
I'm always jet lagged at work.
Oh, Ellen White.
Oh my dearie.
Messes up again.
Come on, pass.
Now it's offside.
Oh,
have we not seen that movie before?
There's
you know what I mean?
of Mary Earps there as well.
Yeah, and Alex Morgan. It does. Look at it, honestly.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, she's onside there.
She's setting me out in cold sweats with his offside.
She was onside there, but then, yeah.
She's setting me with cold sweats.
I mean, how much fun is VAR going to be in Euros? Isn't that going to be great?
Oh, the referees are awful. Never mind the VAR. VAR isn't even mastered in the men's game. I'm dreading VAR in the Euros.
It's like giving your toddler an iPad. I mean, it's going to be so much fun in summer. I mean, it will be, but yeah. Hopefully.
Well, let's hope isn't in VAR.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, otherwise, screwed. Let's just say. But I think what could be a good idea is ex-players being the VAR assistants. So they're looking at VAR.
Or ex-referees as well. Ones that are
I don't trust the VAR. I don't trust referees as far as I can throw.
Which actually, you've got stronger than you look, probably quite far. But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, so obviously, Lansel, who wins the Euros? Very good question. I think Spain will have a big shout. Those Barcelona girls have played in they've done it twice by the time the Euros start, because obviously they play Wolfsburg in the semi-final and they've already sold out the new camp. They've got experience in the biggest games and they've got a very high quality squad, very high quality team. What do you think about England's chances?
I think England will get to the semi-finals.
Okay.
I don't think they'll make it all the way. I know they're a brilliant team, but there's just teams for me that are got that bit more of a touch. I think Germany is going to be the underdog team.
Yeah, no, but they lost against Serbia today, 3-1.
They did, but they're still quite young. The Netherlands is another one for me who could be dark horses.
I mean, it depends on how they take the pressure as well. Being at home, England, obviously, it's everything. Every game's going to be massive. But again, it goes back to, as we've gone as a throw-in now going on the attack. But again, it goes back to picking the right people. This is why we can't have any Hollywood, grandmas tagging along. Every single player in a 23-person squad has to have a role and has to be there on merit. Because if you look at Barcelona, if you look at Spain, if you look at Germany, if you look at Northern Netherlands, they don't have anybody they're carrying. Their squad is their squad. Whereas we seem to have this weird thing where, it'd just be cruel if Steph Horton misses out on the Euros. Or it'll just be, no, we pick the best squad. Yeah,
I agree. And I do understand the men's England manager, Gareth Southgate, said not all his players are based off who have played well, because there's some players who get into that squad who are undroppable, who need to start.
Wherever heard that before? Undroppable players. Heard that before?
Regardless of their form, they will be playing. And I understand that respect, because I do feel like, for instance, your captain needs to start no matter what. Your vice captain is another one who should be starting. But apart from that, you need to have your best squad who has played well for the whole of the season. And if you're not doing that, you're just going to tarnish yourself in winning trophies. And these are reasons why England will ruin themselves from winning trophies.
Yeah, exactly. No, completely. I mean, I get that Ellen White does score, but she gets some more opportunities than not in relation to the attack.
And I think, knowing that the amount of goals she scored for England makes that impact. Well, that decision. Oh, Ellen White needs to play. Ellen White needs to come through.
So obviously England now with a corner. Could this be 2-0? Let's find out.
It would have been if Katie Zellum took it.
Obviously Connor comes in and just cleared very easily by Northern Ireland. But then again, I suppose we are just regrouping. We've just about managed to keep hold of it though. Again, Millie Bright whips it in, too close to the keeper. Yeah, pushed out for a corner or possibly a goal kick. I think she put, it looks like a goal kick, actually. Yeah, Ellen White in all the right places. We're missing so many chances. Yeah, in blue, she can do that all day long. Really happy to have her doing that in light blue.
To be honest, though, it does look like it should be a corner for me.
Yeah,
because
that
should be a corner.
There you go. See, I can do this reffing business. It's a doddle. Same with commentary, isn't it? It's a doddle. Yeah,
I don't get how that has gone for a goal kick because it should have been a corner.
Clearly, I think if VAR in the Euros could look at every single decision that's wrong, you might end up with you might
end up with 20 minutes additional time.
Well, this is it. And there was, of course, you might not have seen it. There was a couple of articles that were on while you were away, both actually the opposite side of the fence. One of them was saying for the men's game that they were looking at increasing the game to 100 minutes, the match length to 100 minutes. And then some other idiot wrote some other journalist wrote an article that was looking into reducing it to 60 minutes. But then, yeah, well, that's 80, love, but okay. Sorry, yeah. But then, like stopping it when it comes out of play every time, so stopping the clock instead of letting it run, to try and reduce play acting and all this kind of stuff. I think it's 90 minutes. It's been 90 minutes since forever. Let's not change it.
Yeah, exactly. I do agree with that 100%. Have you noticed how every time Ireland and they are near the box to score, they keep crashing into Mary Earps, even though she picks it up?
They've obviously clearly looked into how other players have had a go against United. That's definitely what they do. Let's have a look at that.
It was crap.
Positivity there coming from you. That's
good. You've got to be all positive and light, don't you?
It looks good. I mean, looking at that, it does look like a genuine sellout. I know. Well, say that there are some gaps on that. As she takes the goal kick, there are some gaps on the other end there. But it looks like a pretty genuine sellout for Woso. That's pretty good. It's funny because we've seen as well with some of the adverts for the Euros, and finally United are leading the way on this because we're actually advertising the football match based on football, not on the fact that it's a good place to put your kids for 90 minutes and let's all have a nice day out and bring the children, put it on the same sort of like thing as going to the zoo, or like taking the kids to the park, and look, if you sell the football sells itself, and I think that's as Woso sort of evangelist. That's what we need to tell people, how great the game is, and not emphasize the fact that it's a cheap way of going into Old Trafford, or it's good for the kids, or it's inspiring. It is all those things, but the game itself is very good. Though obviously, as Vic's pointed out, it's not the most interesting game in the world, but it's England. It kind of falls into that category.
Yeah, it is definitely a boring game for me. We should be doing a lot better than what we are, and it just feels like the team isn't clicking.
Yeah, Lucy Bronze, just over the bar. By
Russo would have had that.
Yeah, definitely. Because Lauren Hemp, she's a winger. She's like a
she's a winger. Yeah, she plays on the left wing, I believe.
Yeah, good ball in for Lucy Bronze. Good tracking, but yeah, just a little bit. Just didn't get on top of the header as much as she could have done.
I think she was just probably hoping for it to go down a little bit beforehand, but it happened.
I mean, it's gone quite quick. We're now on 41 minutes, but I think that's partly due to our conversation rather than
because there's not really been much to commentate on, to be fair.
We sound as bitter. No. We're not bitter as some of our friends on the other side of the city. For a start, we don't have any friends on the other side of the city. No. No. I think I found one nice City fan at some point. Yeah, Russo should have started. Yeah, but obviously from look, this is the woe. So I need a break. It's a universal sign that they do. So the goalkeeper has to sit down as it's now happening, and now we can all pretend we're in America and have a little huddle, which is exactly what's happening. Now I'm sure she's okay, but it just seems to be something that happens. You see it a lot in the WSL, where if it isn't going your way, if you are losing, the keeper has an injury, and you have a little sit down. Because Mary's done it. I'm being not biased here. We have a sit down and you can regroup, which I think is what's happening now. If you look at the TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree 100%.
Yeah, I know, Vix. I'm going to end up on one of those equality and diversity courses if I'm not careful. City fans are people too, and I'm working on it.
Everybody's friends. Everybody's friends. I've got friends from all different clubs.
Have you?
Yeah.
You got any City fans?
Actually, yeah, I do.
I love the surprise face. I haven't weeded one out. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yep, Liverpool friends. Loads of different friends. Unfortunately.
Mary done it at Everton. That was it. Yeah, I remember seeing it. And Tom told Zalem to get there. Well, I think everyone else can read that ready, and it was good to see. So yeah, so obviously
there for Northern Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it.
We should be really at like 3-4-0 already, to be honest.
Oh yeah, completely.
It's because of our offsides. We're not clinical enough for me in the box.
She has a name, Ellen White. Offsides, Ellen White.
I was just thinking about who you was mentioning then. Sorry.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, so 44 minutes now.
I feel like there needs to be substitutes made at half-time.
They won't, though, because they're winning. I mean, this is maybe one thing where Sarina Wegeman has in common with Skinner, though a bit better. She does actually use subs in a tactical way.
Yeah, she's been all right with the subs.
Whereas my concern with Mark, is that I think I said this before on a few shows, I think he sees subbing somebody as a failure. Mm-hmm. In the sense of that he should have had him in the starting 11 in the first place, rather than be tactical. So he sits way too long before he starts making substitutions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think.
Hopefully, he might get better with that next season. Hopefully.
Well, if we need Champions League, we need to get better in that in about a week's time against Villa, which obviously we're both going to.
Oh yes, looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good. Well, it's relatively close, actually. It's not that long of an away, actually. Our penultimate away of the season, of course. 3 minutes of added time coming up. But yeah, no, it's our penultimate away of the season. So we've got, obviously, Aston Villa, and then we've got the home game, the last home game.
West Ham.
West Ham at home. And then we've got Chelsea away.
Oh, my God.
Which tickets have been announced today, but it looks like that they're going to have an away end for United, which will be fantastic. However, Chelsea haven't told United yet how they're going to do that, which is rather not helpful. So we would say keep an eye on the Manchester United Supporters Club website at the moment.
Everywhere's going to have a kickoff at 12 o'clock as well that day.
Yeah. Well, that's just because you don't like. That's because they're just getting up so early. But I would say, anyone who's never been on an away before, especially if it is going to be, and it might be, a situation where we beat Chelsea, we get Champions League. We need everybody we can to go down to London. Trains, planes, automobiles, camels, I don't care. Whichever way you do it, get down to Kings Meadow and support us for the final game of the season. Because, it has a chance to be, where were you? Some of us might have got T-shirts from being at Old Trafford, but I think we'll be doing so others if we score Champions League against Chelsea.
Goal difference makes a big impact for me as well because you've seen it I know it's very rare, but you've seen it before where teams stop from getting Champions League football starts from winning titles, just alone off goal difference. So even I know the points are a big thing, but so is the goal difference, and we need to try and score as many goals as we can and try and keep our last so many games as a clean sheet or minimum goals conceded.
Yeah, can we get talking about goals? Can we get another one before half time as Lucy Bronze comes in? Ellen White is pretty much on her own, though. She was being caught there, and again, misses, heads across the face of goal. And that's probably going to be that for the first half, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to stop. Going to stop in around 30 seconds time anyway.
Yeah, well, he started 5 minutes early, so you never know. Yeah, I think is she already walking off? No, she's just waiting for the goal kick. Yeah, as you say, it's gonna. I think this will be it for the first half. I know they are letting them attack, which is interesting. So we're getting a bit longer. Well, actually, it's coming up to the 3 minutes now, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, this is England time, isn't it? That was a foul. This is a check block, really. Did he give it? Did she give it? I think she gave it.
Yeah, she did give She did give that there to Lucy Bronze.
Yeah, and that should be that for the first half. White is knackered. Yeah, I would agree. But yeah, well, actually, she dived. Bronze dived a little bit there. If you look at that,
she can do when it's for England. Not when she's
like she can for England, not for City. That's interesting. She sort of headed it and decided to sort of do a bit of a swan dive.
But it's half time now, anyway.
It is half time.
What do you think of the first half, Andy?
It's more of a football game than Friday, which obviously, Macedonia just kind of stayed in their own 18-yard box and just kind of tried to hold on. I think England have been comfortable, though, very comfortable. But again, they've done that thing that we've seen with United sometimes where they've sort of like a cat playing with a mouse. Instead of putting things away, they've just sort of overthought things and then missed the final ball or missed the header. Obviously, it was a great goal by Lauren Hemp. But I think we could do with scoring more this second half. What about you?
I do think the game for me was a little bit of a snooze fest. We have got a strong team out there, but there is something there for me what isn't truly clicking where we aren't getting the final results. And I feel like for me, Ellen White needs to come off, in my opinion. I also think Georgia Stanway, for me, needs to come off. I haven't even seen anything of Georgia Stanway in this game.
Yeah, and to be honest, as we just pointed out, when you feel sad, just look at the bottom left-hand side. 12 days to Villa. Or 12 days to Christmas, in a way. All you got when you get this close to a major tournament, you've got to try and think about what do I need for the major tournament. Almost practice about what we're going to do. And I think, Ellen White is a good person to have on the bench because to come on halfway through the second half and get you a goal, I don't think she's got the legs for 90 minutes. So,
yeah, she isn't the same Ellen White as last season.
Yeah, but then to be honest, you haven't seen it tonight. And if I told you about it, you'd be like, what are you going on about? Beth Mead was on fire against Macedonia, but where is she tonight?
Mm-hmm. I haven't even hardly seen anything of Beth Mead. I've seen her have like a shot on target, and that's about it.
But I think it's going to be interesting in the Euros because obviously the first game at Old Trafford, Austria are not an easy team. We have beaten them, but they're not that easy. We need a strong showing at Old Trafford. Norway is now a completely different kettle of fish from the way it was because not only have you got Maria Torresdottir, obviously, and Nilla Bolarisa, but you've got a lesser-known name of Heidelberg, Ada Hegerberg, which is the first ever Palme d'Or winner Golden Ball winner for women's football. I know Alessia is a current one, but she was the first one who got it a few years ago. And she's been boycotting until last game. She's been boycotting Norwegian national team based on the treatment of their facilities available to their female players. So now she's gone back in and she scored, I think, a hat-trick in the game that they played. It turns Norway from a okay average team. And also Caroline Graham Hansen from Barcelona is also in Norway's team. To quite a different. That's going to be probably the hardest game in our group, I think. And obviously the third game against these guys in Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, to be honest. I completely agree. We can't, and you can't rely on putting retirement home ST on.
No, but it's they deserve it. They deserve it.
Says who?
Woso establishment, it seems. But yeah, just looking obviously some replays at the moment on BBC. There's obviously it's funny, isn't it, with Alex Scott, isn't it, the pundit? I mean, you might see her more on the men's side because she does more on the men's Premier League now as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
I'm really glad she's a good pundit. I'm glad she's getting the opportunities. But it must be so weird for those who retire because she literally retired the season before WSL became professional.
Mm-hmm.
It must be quite a strange, thing to miss out on, really.
Yeah, and she's seen as a legend of the game, and she, to be honest, for the women's side, brilliant for the country, England as well. So it is a bit of a shame for her, but fair play for her for being a pundit because I don't think there is that many women pundits really in the men's game. We're seeing Emma Hayes as a pundit. But Alex Scott is probably the one, if you was talking about female pundits, she'd be the one what people say, oh yeah, Alex Scott. Kind of think you wouldn't think of other ones before her.
Yeah, just looking a bit on Twitter as well. Friend of sort of all of us in the sort of group of sort of Barmy Army group. Claire has also said on Twitter, just simply born offside. I wonder who she's referring to there. Ellen White.
Well, yeah, and you know what? If you was a manager, you would be absolutely infuriated with the offsides. You really would. And this is the thing. It's like, when you're a footballer, you should know what the offside rule is. You should be knowing where offside is. I understand that there can be that one-off accident. I do understand that. But when you're doing it 3-4 times in one half, as a professional footballer, you should be knowing what the offside is.
Yeah, I think with the referees as well that we have in the WSL, you have to be really good on it. You have to be really strong on offside. Because they're not good enough to notice if you're just onside. They'll just give it offside. So you have to.
They don't give balls away. What's gone over the line? So what makes you think that they'll give onside goals on?
They're just BBC are just showing a replay of Wales. It is Wales against Kazakhstan, looking like a good City crowd there.
Oh wow! I literally, what a brilliant crowd that is. I can see, I can see with my 4 players in that stand. See one player over there.
It is in Kazakhstan though, so I don't know what their current COVID situation is. But as it stands for the Women's World Cup, the Women's Group, the Wales are in front of top with 22 points, and then Wales is second at 16 with Slovenia that's paid 50. I've got 15 points. Greece at 15, and Kazakhstan and Estonia 0, but they've got an extra game to play. Is it the top 2 go through for our groups? Again?
I believe it is the top 2, and then I think they'll probably do playoffs.
Penalty for looking again. Apparently it was a penalty that
that was scored by Jenna.
Well, you can see, the coolest one, one of the coolest one I've had the pleasure to meet.
Yes, we both met her
because she was very close to the keeper. Was nearly there then, but I suppose nearly isn't enough. Don't like that new away kit though. It looks like that they looked at City and gone, "Oh, that's a good idea." It's a bit.
It looks a bit like Norway shirt.
Yeah, the home one does. I was just looking at the away because it was powder blue. It was blue.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking. Oh yeah, the away. Yeah, it does in Norway. You're right. You're right. Oh God, is that Molly Hudson? Oh, I need to be careful. I'm on camera. Oh, Molly Hudson, columnist for the Times. Shall I leave it at that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Or is it? I bet it isn't now. I look really stupid. Oh no, it isn't. Thank God for that. There you go. It's just a random Northern Ireland woman. That's fine.
You dreading who it was, and it ended up not being who it was, who you wanted it to be.
Well, it makes sense. It would make sense it'd be easier, really. But yeah, I got there, Vic. Sorry, apologies. Don't fire me. yeah. No, she looks a bit similar to her. She might be a bit taller, actually, than Molly Hudson. But
to be fair, she does look. She looks taller than me. So, who isn't taller than me though?
I'm
only small.
Yeah, only. No, you're not too bad. But yeah, now to be honest, she's proper woso because she looks dead happy that they're 1-0 down. So, from that.
So for you, Andy, if you was going to pick, like, what substitutes would you put on? If you were going to put substitutes on?
Well, you see, I have this weird thing that some managers don't like doing. I like to score as many goals as possible within 90 minutes, which is something that people forget. So I would obviously look at Russo for White, and then try and sort of put the game to bed a little bit.
I'm actually going to look at the substitutes again, just so we can have a little bit of a think. Because here is the substitutes. They've got Hannah Hampton, Jordan Nobbs, Katie Zeller, Demi Stokes, Rachel Daly, Ellie Roebuck, Gabrielle George, Russo, Neve Charles, Bethany England, Nikita Paris. And for me, there isn't that much of a goal-scoring threat there on it. It looks more of a defensive kind of play, and perhaps if they was going to look at going all attacking, perhaps they might have to change the formation a little bit. For me, definitely England would be one that I would consider though.
Yeah, it's Russo and Beth England are the two obvious attacking threats on the bench.
Yeah, definitely 100%, and we know that Beth England hasn't not long come from injury, and she's been doing well for Chelsea, especially whilst Frank Kirby's been out. She's been out in and out quite a lot, to be honest.
I mean, that's another point actually. I've forgotten. Is she on the bench? I don't even
know. She's injured, Frank Kirby.
Oh, she isn't she? Yeah. See, that's something else again where Beth England's a very good striker, but she's happy to roll off the bench with 10 minutes, 20 minutes to go a lot of the time for Chelsea.
Yeah, and the play with her ability should be... And the thing is, Chelsea has got such a brilliant team, and I just feel like a play with her kind of ability should be starting every game. If she wants to put a pen and paper over to Man United, get a deal signed here, that's absolutely fine. We're more than happy to have her. We'll start her. I actually wouldn't mind having her.
Yeah, no, completely. I agree. And just before we circle back on that, anyone who has got BBC, look later online, and they're actually interviewing the woman who Bend It Like Beckham is based on.
That's available from the 15th of April.
Oh, is it? Right. Okay. Oh, that must be an actual show they've done it on. So that's a few days' time, isn't it? So I didn't even realize that was based on a real person. The fact it's before you. I worry it might be before you were born. Keira Knightley's film, breakthrough film, Bend It Like Beckham. And I don't even know it was based on a real player, but apparently it is, and that player is interviewed there. So definitely check that out. I'd be interested to find out about that, because I think that's a great thing about it. Now,
you want to know who Bend It Like Beckham's about?
What? Sorry.
Do you want to know who it's based off? Bend It Like Beckham.
No, I know it's about David Beckham's
No. I wasn't going to say that.
I don't know who the player is based on. Go on.
It's based off Katie Zellerman, a corner goal.
Oh, jeez, you've really. If you had a little holiday with a guy called Alan Zallen by any chance, was he in there? Was he there in Portugal?
It's called Bend It Like Zellum, not Bend It Like Beckham.
The thing Maisy has missed being on stream, everybody. I think it's clear that. Oh God, Jill Scott's Coffee Club. I'd rather take a maths exam, but that's on BBC Sounds. Really watch that.
Oh,
to be honest,
I keep falling off my chair. Keep falling down off my chair.
Yeah, and it's not the quality of the match either. Be on the edge of your seat. I mean,
No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she dived. She completely swan dived on that. As long as she does it, as long as she does it for England, that's fine. There's a slight touch by the defender from Northern Ireland, and then she did a proper Neymar. Apart from the fact she didn't roll, but she did a proper little.
I'll allow her she can do it for England. Just don't do it when she plays against United.
Yeah, no, completely. Is it coming out now for the second half?
I don't. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything changed for me. I think everyone's remaining the same.
They look pretty relaxed, pretty happy. But again, as us United fans would say, 1-0 is not super comfortable.
No, because anything can happen. It's only a 1-goal cushion. Nah, I'm not happy with it. If I was a player.
Looks like the Northern Ireland coaches ran off for some reason. Even go down the tunnel then. Yeah, no, it's proper good English weather, that isn't it? I know it's
absolute banging weather. Banging weather, that is.
So looks like we're about to start for the second half. Yeah, it looks like no changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, no changes. No changes. We've kicked off now for the second half. I think Millie Bright has been quite solid for me.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, she and not so good based on what we were saying about the fact we got to play Chelsea as United. But she started to become a bit of a goal scoring threat as well. She's done it a bit in the league. She's taking shots here as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be such a big month for us, and obviously then we can focus on the Euros. But I mean, England are looking good. I mean, it's just I think you can only beat the team that are put in front of you.
To be honest, though, I wouldn't have minded with this group tournament what we have in the World Cup qualifiers that we had like a bit of a competitor in there because England's been quite comfortable, goal difference of +70 now. So I actually wouldn't mind if they would have had some kind of a threat, just so it's a little bit of their experience coming into the Euros, so you don't feel like every game is going to be like a North Macedonia. It's not going to be like a Latvia every game.
Yeah, no, this is it. It looks like Ellen White can move. She moved a little bit there to try and pressure the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just one of them. It's still 1-0. At the end of the day, if you're Northern Ireland, I suppose you'd be quite happy with that. It gives you the opportunity to get to nick a goal. Obviously, everyone wants to win, but when you're playing a team that's quite further up from you. But England look like again on the attack and dispossessed by Northern Ireland.
Ellen White.
Yeah, Ellen White as usual. At least it makes a change from being offside.
No, because it's just not good enough for me. Just not good enough. Not good enough. I expect expectations. I have got high standards here.
You're giddy. You've missed all these shows.
The last Northern Ireland game, we actually won 3-0 and Beth Mead got a hat-trick.
Okay, that's interesting. Where's Beth Mead tonight?
I don't know. I thought we were playing with 10 ladies on the pitch.
Oh, yeah, goal kick. But it's obviously we've got it muted while we do this. But I'd be interested to hear if there's any kind of atmosphere. Tell us in the comments if you can actually hear the people, and hear a bit of an atmosphere, because it looks like it is, as I say, an actual sellout.
Yeah, it does look a really good crowd, to be honest. A very good crowd indeed.
Reminds me a little bit of Norwich's ground, actually. Crossed a little bit with Anfield with that stand on the far right.
Not gonna lie, that looks better than Norwich. Norwich has given me like a stress.
It was probably easy.
It's
probably easier to get to Northern Ireland than it is to get to Norwich. FYI.
How did it? Well, to be honest, though, like Norwich, what a ground. Let's just say, what a ground.
Oh yeah, God, the Northern Ireland coach there doing his best impression of a Scandinavian thriller, just sort of standing there looking moody. I do like it that with coaches. I've got into trouble in the past, but I do like to see my coaches like standing up in a box or at least standing up doing something.
Yeah.
Whereas Skinner tends to have a little sit down for 90% of the game.
Yeah, and then he gets up on like the 80th minute, like, "What are you doing, guys? Get it on! Get started!"
Feel the energy. What's the energy? Feel the energy. Oh, let's have a look at this. Might be a card coming, actually. Oh, yeah, reckless, bit reckless. Liverpool for you. See that next season. That's fairness.
Absolutely incredible. I can't wait for it. Pool to be back. Oh.
Make sure you do that away. Make sure you do the away as well.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. It is going.
Because I reckon they'll put it at Anfield as well.
I think that we should play our Old Trafford game against Pool.
Yeah.
Just because of the actual derby in itself. But I think they need to expand the league for me.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed more.
Because I know there is actually an Europa League, because I've heard that there is an Europa League in the women's game. Expand it and put 4 places Europa.
There's a Europa League?
Sure there is. I'm sure there's I'm sure I read it.
I think they might. I mean, people have been discussing it, but no, it is just the Champions League at the moment.
Let me have a look. I'm sure.
As England actually go on the attack. Lucy Bronze again. To be honest, she's not too bad, as I say. Unfortunately, the best time I've seen Lucy Bronze play was against us.
Oh no, I was wrong. I read it wrong.
No, that's fine. Good clearance there. But no, I think certainly with the Championship, the current situation is that the Northern Tier 3, so the Northern National League team, plays a playoff against the winner of the Southern National League, and then the winner of that game goes up into the Championship, and the loser from and the relegated team from the Championship drops down to their equivalent league.
Come on, loser! Come on!
Oh, fantastic!
Yes!
What a goal!
Toone scored. Come on!
Their keeper's awful, aren't they? Oh, look, they found some England fans.
To be honest, though, it's expensive to go to Belfast this week because of obviously the Easter.
Oh yeah, Niall's here as well. Nice to see you. Toone's on fire. Your defense is terrifying. And, we were going back to goal difference again. I've not heard Mark mention it, and again, we'll probably touch this more on our Friday show. But we need goal difference. You're quite right. We could lose it on goal difference.
Exactly, and that's what I always. The points are important, but so is the goal difference, and we've lost our goal difference. Like when we have them draws against the Evertons, when we've conceded decent goals. That was a good shot, to be honest.
But again, when you look at anyone looked or saw the replay, looked at the replay that Toone just did, that was a positioning shot. She didn't just smack it in an open net. She actually almost side-footed it in. It was a proper, like, I want to think about what I'm going to do here. And that composure in front of goal is one of the best assets that we have at United.
Yeah, she's been absolutely brilliant, and she, Ella Toone, the way she is continuing, she's just getting better and better, and she's one of them kind of players, like, as you say, there's always going to be them undroppable players, and Toone is that for Manchester United, because I think, as much as I feel like the times where she is fatigued, she's still one of them players where a presence is missed if it's not there.
Yeah, completely. I'm just going to update. This reminds me of when we were at Reading and they never updated the score for about 20 minutes. At least I've got it for a few minutes later. Yeah, it was quite a strange one, really. Funny. See, this is what I mean, England. I want this to be more of a regular problem. I want you to score so many times. I'm like, I need to update it.
I'm sure as well, Toone, before today's game, was the fifth highest goal scorer in our current squad.
In United or in
England?
Probably fifth.
From what I was hearing, joint fifth. So now she'll be fourth.
Right, we're back. We're back cooking now. England 2, Northern Ireland 0. How's the game been, Niall? More of a game than Friday night, but to be honest, that wasn't that hard. England have been pretty confident, pretty comfortable. Mary's only really had one save to make. Which actually just happened. So we blame you, mate. That's all right. So now you can stay, honest. And obviously, it looks like a game that we're probably going to, probably finish out 2-3-0, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that was actually predicted, but at the start of the show in the live chat, someone said 3-4-0.
Oh yeah, it comes in there. Yeah, so 54 minutes gone, going 51 minutes gone, so 2-0. Yeah, I mean, you start changing it now, wouldn't you, just to give people some opportunities.
Yeah, I would definitely do that, in my opinion. I would but there is a couple of players there warming up. It looks like Rachel Daly and Beth England. Rachel Daly, for me, I don't know if I would have actually personally put her on as a substitute.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer her as a starter, to be honest. I mean, I think with Daly, again, she falls into that category. She's very resilient. She's a captain for a club, and she can.
But is her club back playing again?
Yeah, now they are. Yeah, Houston Dash.
Yeah, and I just feel like for me, just as you have said, we can't put on these defensive players unless we are changing the formation. Maybe she might look at putting Rachel Daly as a wing back, perhaps, and maybe if she was going to take, for instance, Stanway off, put her more of the wing back, and then or change the formation to 2 at the front.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Daly is that she can play attack and defense. So she, I like it because, again, I want people with experience of being in pressure environments. Now, obviously, it is Houston, it is NWSL, it's different. As we tried to win the foul, but got advantage there. Lauren Hemp again whips it in. Pretty poor cross. Maybe that keeper guy give a goal kick, but I think it's definitely a corner. I'm only joking. They're giving a corner for once. Even that was obvious for the referee.
Maybe they might put this. Nah, I don't think they'll use the substitutes yet. No,
that's a good point. Vicky made because I think you were sunning yourself in Portugal. She subbed off Bronze for Daly last match.
Maybe she might do that again then, perhaps. But I just feel like we need the attacking threat more than we need the defensive threat.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look as well now. As it goes in, no. Yeah, so Lucy Bronze is, she's 30. Well, okay, she's not as old. as I thought. But I was just wondering if you've got a situation where Rachel Daly for Lucy Bronze is kind of the same for Alessia Russo for Ellen White scenario, an older and a younger player.
Another corner as well there to be taken by Lauren Hemp. See.
Puts in.
No. Come on.
No.
Oh, my God. Oh, really? My God.
Oh, that's going to upset Maisy. That's going to leave a mark.
That hurt me on other levels.
Yeah, and Ellen White is 32.
So it's basically retirement home SC for retirement home FC.
Maisy? Oh, I didn't realise. See, Vix is saving me. I'm not having a good night.
I'm only kidding. 30 is still only very young.
I thought she was younger in my head. She was younger. Oh, that's a good point. In which case, then it's just a preference change, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just probably more for fitness levels, perhaps. Because I just feel like for me at the moment, Lucy Bronze hasn't fully recovered from a injury, in my opinion, anyway. And I think because she's been out for a long time for Man City, to put her into 2 international breaks, not just 1 but 2, I think is quite alarming, especially with someone with an injury of injuries like that.
Fullback is a weak spot. It's almost like they could have put a Hannah Blundell there, for example.
Hannah Blundell probably would have done a better job, if you want me to be honest.
Another hand on the attack. I say on the attack in the loosest possible sense. And then back to Mary.
I don't like to say this, but we would have been better off with if Alex Greenwood was fully fit, her playing. And I don't like saying that. I really don't. But I'm not a big fan of Demi Stokes, and I'm not a big fan of Lucy Bronze either in the fullback position.
It's a funny choice having Mary Earps to start, isn't it? Because it's clear that she is our number one, but she's not going to get that much to do today. But I like it because it gives her that confidence, and obviously, as it goes on and goal, great, fantastic.
Yeah. 3-0.
Lauren Hemp, 3-0.
She's on a brace.
See, this is what I mean, England. Make me update my banner. That's the thing I'm trying to do. I love Serena Wegman. She's fantastic.
Yeah. Still not satisfied, whatever happens.
That's exactly what I want for United.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to celebrate. You want to look like that.
No, that's what I mean. An unsatisfied manager who wants to push and push and push and push and push.
And you kind of need that, don't you? You don't you can't celebrate for 1 goal cushion and then the team will think, oh yeah, we're all right now.
It was that was great though. The way she had the presence of mind to sort of take that extra touch to take it away from the goalkeeper, and then had a nice empty net to aim at.
Yeah, I think it was very smart. I think she's absolutely brilliant in my opinion, Lauren Hemp. Our Liverpool mates come off.
Yeah, and I don't even know who that is. I know. Yeah. McCarran is coming on. I don't even recognise any of them. Who the heck is that? What do they have about initials?
You made me laugh. You made me laugh.
Significant preparation that goes ahead, when we look at our opposition teams for England. No, I think we're just more aware of who people are in the WSL, and obviously the international stage. Woman's going to score for Northern Ireland now just to spite me, isn't she?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Vix. You guys are like the FA player with the names.
Maybe we should get in charge with the FA player. Like, get in touch, hit me up.
This is it. They probably can't afford me.
I demand expectations.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I agree with you, Maisy. Lauren Hemp is a fan. What do you agree with me with, Chloe? What about me? No, it's cool. I agree. I'm great to have Maisy back. And obviously, you're getting added.
We're making our 2 substitutes.
Beth
England will be coming on in a minute, and so will Rachel Daly, who was warming up 10 minutes ago.
Same again. What is it with like managers making the same substitutions?
They think, they made an impact last game, they'll make an impact this game.
Now, I think for me to be hired by the FA player, I'd have to start naming them after random animals, like on a badger. So, what would you have? I don't know. Lucy Badger? Lucy Bronze? This is going to not end very well. I don't know. I'll leave it at that. I can't think of any more animal versions I could come up with.
You could do.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll have to think. Lauren Plant.
I can't even go on with that. Vicky makes a good point here. Serena, as predictable as Skinner with subs. I know, to be honest, it gets to 88 minutes, I'll be like, where's Fuso? Poor woman only gets on with 2 minutes to go.
Fuso comes on 68th minute. Bloody hell, is Matt Skinner home well?
Yeah, this is exactly it. Yeah. Vicky says, I honestly keep expecting to see Ivana on the touchline ready to come on. Yeah. Oh, wait, Nikita Paris will be next, I reckon, as well.
Oh, yeah. Nikita Paris. She will definitely be there.
Maybe Russo's just like chilled out. Maybe she's just like...
To be honest, though, if Russo doesn't play, I actually genuinely wouldn't be bothered to the point that she is safe for United.
Yeah. But then
we need to look at it in terms of a positive for Man United in that respect.
Yeah, so as Northern Ireland make what can loosely be described as an attack, and just cleared away by Millie Bright for a throw-in. 65 minutes gone as well. And there we go. So substitutions on now.
Let's see who the first substitute. Ellen White has come off.
That's the quickest she's ran all night.
I know, not seen her that quick before.
Running off the pitch.
Jess Carter to come off.
That's interesting.
To be honest, though, Jess Carter hasn't done that much for me either.
Yeah. It's interesting with Daly because obviously seasons and so she's going to be a lot fresher because she's just kind of done pre-season now. So she's going to be a lot fresher maybe than some of our players. They're coming towards the end of the season. Great takeaway there. And looking on the break, but again, bit of a loose ball, passes it across. And now, long ball. Wow, I'm going to feel like it's the first one of the game, to be honest. So is Demi Stokes injured then, Vicky says? I'm not sure. Maybe.
That's what I'm sure I've seen on. Let's have a look.
Looking into the box and again cleared away by Northern Ireland. And
Demi Stokes is on the bench.
Yeah. It's one of those things where... Oh, nice little take, nearly. It's one of those things as well that happens in WOSO where players that aren't particularly fit get named on the bench. No intention to actually play them. I think United have done that a couple of times. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Toone obviously trying to do a give and go there, but then they just sort of kind of just pushed out a little bit, and obviously it's still 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's like Katie Zallen with a different haircut there for Northern Ireland going on there. I mean, obviously, Katie Zallen is an interesting one for England, isn't it? Because the only 2 games she's played against are the 2 weakest as England goes in. Yeah, and it's going to be cleared. Yeah, it'll be cleared. Yeah, so as the weakest 2 teams that England have played is Latvia and Macedonia, and they're the only 2 teams that Zellam's gone for. I mean, where do you think Zallen fits in with England?
I think she fits in as more as I think she'd fit in if we played in the 4-3-3 on the sides, like as on the left or the right kind of midfielder.
But I think she's on the edge of the squad. I think in reality, I don't think that Serena particularly thinks she's anything special. But I definitely think in relation to the set pieces, the free kicks, and the goal thing, the corner goals that she does, I've said, and the fact, let's not forget, she scored a penalty at the Stretford end. That takes a lot of, to take the lead, that takes a lot of pressure. I think in a tournament where you have knockout football, I think, she definitely should be used a bit more as a maybe off the bench option.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, to be fairly honest. I completely agree.
But whether she will or not is a different question. But yeah, I mean, again, Toone getting a bit manhandled there a little bit. Yeah, it's just as you say, it's left to right, kind of, and then whipping it in now, too close to the keeper. Kind of saw that the way it came off.
I don't think our crosses in the box have been that good for me.
Yeah, no, completely.
We should be a lot more effective with the players that we do have.
If you need a goal, her and Alessia with set pieces and headers are a different option.
Yeah.
I wonder whether or not they'll put Russo on in the maybe 18-minute, you give her 10 minutes scenario. Yeah, it's just Northern Ireland. They're not. We're in control of the game. They're not really going to be a problem at this point. But then we're kind of also not pushing our advantage home. We're just kind of keeping the ball a bit, aren't we, at the moment?
Yeah, we're just making these side passes, back passes. It just feels like we're just dragging the game out now for the past half and next 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be interesting because obviously after this game, you have hello. It was Toone. Oh, now they're just trying to look at that.
Oh, another goal, another assist for Toone. But she's assisted our best mate Stanway.
4-0. But yeah, I mean, we have the end of the season, and then we've got, I think it's 3 warm-up games before the Euros against Belgium in the Wolves Stadium at Molineux. We're also going to be at England, Holland.
She's actually smiled a little bit now, Serena.
Oh, this is at Ellen Road. And also, I think the final warm-up game before the Euros is away in Switzerland v England.
They'll sound good. They sound very good.
Bring Toone off, please. To be honest, yeah, it's a good shout in relation to the game is one. The problem is if you bring Toone off, you're most likely going to bring Russo on, so you swap one heart attack for another.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Ooh.
So yeah, 70th minute. Again, looks like we're on the attack. Sounds like we are trying to go through the gears, which is kind of a skill that we need.
And Lucy Bronzer's give away a goal kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikita Paris is now on as well, isn't she?
Yeah, it literally is the same one for Beth Mead.
She's come on for Beth Mead. Okay. I actually don't know. Bringing on one ghost for another ghost. I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Vandal here saying, what do you think United versus Wave FC pre-season needs to happen? What's going on with that? Is that men's or women's? I'm not even sure, to be honest.
I actually don't know who's Wave FC.
Oh, I think. Do you mean that United play Casey Stoney's San Diego Wave in the preseason?
He could do. That'd be interesting if that's the case. He means that. Oh yeah, he does. He does mean that.
Yeah.
Casey versus Skinner in preseason.
I want Champions League, and if we get Champions League, the season itself starts in the end of July, beginning of August, because they've got that weird tournament thing that we'll end up in. Yeah, we got that. We got there, Lansel. We're on the same page. Don't worry, we're on the same page. Obviously, free kick here for England. It's almost like we could have someone like Katie Zellam who could have a go at doing this. Oh wait,
we've got a free kick anyway from outside the box.
Vix points out Battle of the Coats. I would raise Battle of the Coats and add a Battle of the Freezers. Yeah, the coolers.
Where is pre-season?
With the women's game, it's weird. It's not normally in the UK, and they're always behind closed doors, and they never announce the score. It's weird. It's weird.
It'd be good if FA played on a little bit more, so people can actually watch it. Because you see, like MUTV, the men's get shown on that for pre-season. It'd be good if like they could do that also for the women's game.
Well, certain teams, I know Arsenal at one point did a one-off friendly at the Etihad at the Emirates for Barcelona against Barcelona. So even if they had like a one headline that you could go to pre-season. But anyway, corner in for Stanway. Oof.
I'm going to criticise that corner as well.
You're just a Zellam stan. You've turned into a Zellam stan now. Over your holiday. It's like the heat got to you, dear. That's what it is.
A lot of things have got to me whilst I've been away.
Yeah, we'll leave that for off stream.
Yeah. 10 days, sun, pool, drinks, football.
Portuguese people.
Portuguese men. I will say people. Men.
I said people, but okay, we'll leave that there. Oh, look at that. Wow, the Northern Ireland goalkeeper feels like this is their worst nightmare. On 4-0 down, 75 minutes gone in front of a sold-out home crowd. Let's make it worse for her. Let's get 5.
Vix, I think what I'll have to do with my first hit, I might have to take my Harry Maguire off my shirt and then change it to Katie Zellam to deepen it off. So I can rep both a different captain.
You know what, Vix? I totally forgot about that. Pre-season feels about 500 years ago. But you're right, there was... And Katie Zellam was top in pre-season. I remember that as well.
And I remember them like full of battered Rangers.
Yeah. That's one I wasn't there for, but yeah. And the other two were behind closed doors. One was at Carrington and one was at Loughborough against Brighton.
I think I remember catching it up actually that we full on battered Rangers, and did we even play some of the kids as well? If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Carrie Jones got up a game a bit more. I know she's got a pro contract now. So Bronze looking with a throw in. See, you can't do that against the better players. Bright just messed that up and gave the ball straight to Northern Ireland.
If there isn't anything that I guarantee you anything, then that is Millie Bright making a mistake.
I think it was Millie Bright. Was it Villa and Brighton? Oh, because of them, not us. That's true. Yeah. 76 minutes gone. Yeah, I think it's going to be, as I say, it's definitely one-way traffic now. I think it has been for a while.
Yeah, Lauren Hemp's back on it.
Yeah, she's looking good.
Shot. England.
She's kind of just a little bit too far away.
She couldn't really get that much control there.
Again, really happy to stay on the bench for Chelsea. Don't get it, really. I think she'd be a starter in most of the places. I think you would need it, actually, to sort of keep your eye on a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
76 minutes gone, 77 minutes gone nearly. Yeah, it looks better now. Ellen White has gone off. Hey, I told you that way that woman ran off the pitch. It's very quick. Yeah, even Mary's bored now. She started to have a little run out of the 18-yard box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Toone again looking great. Great energy, good ball. Oof, that's definitely a foul, really. Okay, no, on Lauren Hemp.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, as you say, it's kind of, it's one of those where I think we've got the job done. And as I say, I suppose maybe you would look at, the fact that I know they had a COVID issue, but Serbia beat Germany today. You can lose some of these games if you're not careful, can't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you do need to be very, very careful when it does come to these kind of teams. Because I think if we wasn't structured how we are, then Northern Ireland would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I think this is the This is coming here from Vix. It's like stuff you do when you're not at the game. This is how interested she is in the match at the moment. She's thinking about the fact that they need personal on that kit because it's so muddy. The ball goes in.
Nothing happening there.
And then across in the box again. Yeah.
You know what? Toone's had what? She's had two assists and a goal. She should just get the ball for it. Like, just give her the ball, like the match day ball. She's got basically a hat trick.
Oh, there's Lauren Hemp's on too, isn't she? Oh, whoa, what a goal!
That was a good goal right there. That was from Stanway.
Oh. See, when she actually starts playing football and stops playing people's shins, she can actually do quite well.
Why Serena not look happy again?
No, I think it's probably cold and grey in Northern Ireland as well. This is what I want. As I say, we have to train.
I think it was quite a poor goal to concede, though. I think the goalkeeper could have done a lot better.
Yeah, the goalkeeper's not brilliant. But it's funny, isn't it, when you play? I mean, when you play these games, against teams that you're going to be in the same group for. At the end of the day, when we play Northern Ireland in St Mary's, they're going to remember, oh shit, we lost 5-0 against these guys a few months ago, and England's going to remember we beat these guys 5-0 a few months ago, and you can sort of really help yourself, can't you, when you have good turnouts like tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely 100%. I think now as well, Serena can really make some more subs for me.
Vic's again here saying you guys jinx Stanway in a positive way. Hey, I'm just a princess of jinxes. You're the queen. You are the top jinx, Vix. We need some good jinxes for the city for the rest of the season to help us get third. Yeah, tempo a lot better with subs. I agree with that as well.
I agree too, and I would like a couple more to happen. Couple more subs. We've only made 3.
Yeah. Again, good position in there by Toone. Right place, right time for the central ball. See if we can get it whipped in. Oof, that's a pass back, surely. Not with this referee.
Only 10 more minutes to go.
The advert for the game. Only 10 more minutes to go.
10 more minutes to go.
Hey, we're earning it tonight with 1 hour and 40 odd minutes, but obviously it gives us a chance to mention about liking and subscribing to the channel. It does help us out. Follow us on Twitter. We do some funny content and also some good little short content in between our shows, and with YouTube as well. Every subscriber helps, and obviously while we're here as well, make sure that you check out Maisy's channel, Devils United, which is going to roll back to life now she's back in the UK.
Well, I'm going to actually do my first show next week. I'm still going to have a little bit of a break.
Yeah. Well, you'll get to see her on only One United for a bit then anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So just want to have a little bit of a break, and then I'll start off with the actual men's biggest game of the season.
As against
Liverpool. Yeah, preview for that.
Oh, substitution for Oh, look, they're doing so poorly. They've just dropped the initials now. We just get Hamilton and McGee. So that's fair enough.
They've actually got a corner now as well, Northern Ireland.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Mary. Don't do some. Don't. Stay focused. Okay. Corner comes in. It's funny. You'd think that they were 5-0 up because they can't. They're just messing around with the ball, making sure it's in the triangle. Okay, and it comes in now. Very slow.
It was quite a crap corner. You only had one opportunity there, Northern Ireland.
That's it. Come on, break.
Pass it.
Peter Paris. Oh, there you go. Oh, look. Oh, you've gone. Yeah. I hope this isn't a comment on the quality of our watch along there, Vix, because apparently
it's on the quality of Serena Ball.
You've coined it now, sir. Is it called Serena Ball?
Yeah, Serena Ball. I've named it.
You've named it. Maisy names it 12th of April. even the kids yawning.
Everyone is.
The camera goes, nice cute picture of the kid on the mum's knee. The kid's like. Buy your tickets now for Northern Ireland and. Maybe this is why we need to stop advertising it as a good day out, because that kid was half asleep.
Oh, what a fucking.
Oh, easy.
15,348 was the attendance tonight.
Not bad. It's more than most. Well, as I say, Everton got 5,000 when they played City at the beginning of the season at Goodison Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I'm sensitive. I'm a sensitive person. I think you've broken Maisy, Vic. She'll have to put her back together again for Friday.
Oh my god.
85 minutes gone in this world's longest game. England 5, Northern Ireland 0. Yeah, I stick by what I said. You broke Maisy. You need to reset.
Literally.
You need to reset her.
Quite literally. I'm back to life.
And you're back. There you go. Yeah, no messing around now for the next 5 minutes. I don't think are they going to do like a silly 88th minute substitution? Oh look, Alex Morgan wanted a bit of a picture on the TV. Oh,
and we are.
Jordan Nobbs. Oh, it's like the greatest hits of England. Oh, wonderful. George.
I think it's a bit tight taking Stanway off because she's near enough on an hat-trick.
Yeah. Look at Toone though. Fantastic. Great decision making. Oh. Look at me going now. Jordan Nobbs, or as we like to call her, St. Jordan Nobbs. Do you not get that?
I did.
I'll explain. The first time we played, as you go for another shot there, first time we played Arsenal in the WSL, just the WSL wasn't ready for United being United, and Jordan Nobbs came on, and we booed her, and oh my God, you would have thought that we lynched the woman. Oh, Twitter was full of how disrespectful that was, because she'd come back from an ACL and it was the first game back. We didn't know that, and it was, it's part of the fun. And as Mina said later, It's one of the worst places to go for away teams, and I'm glad that they had that atmosphere. As Vix points out here, Nobbs getting more minutes for England than Arsenal.
Yeah, I haven't even hardly seen her play for Arsenal.
That's true. 10 minutes added on. That's exactly what I think Serena's worried about because she wants to warm up. It's getting a bit cold in Northern Ireland, I think, tonight. Yeah, they're just in control, I think, really now. 3 minutes left, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It'd be interesting. It will be interesting to see how many minutes are added on. There has been a lot of substitutions, so I'm thinking 3-4 minutes as usual.
Yeah, about 4 minutes, I'd say.
Oh, come on! There we go. Another one. Come on. Yeah, we're just kind of lining up there. The clearance by Northern Ireland there as well. Vix, better than sleeping pills watching this. We'll do even Stanway looks bored. she's like, Christ, I have to watch it. It was bad enough to play, never mind watch it.
All we need to do was yawn.
That was a nice check there by was that Daly or Millie Bright? I can't even see. That was Millie Bright. That was a proper.
What a coincidence!
Well, that's a proper look at that. That's it. That's a proper check there.
To be fair though, would you want to be shoved like that by Millie Bright?
Yeah, I doubt it. Definitely not. Yeah, so 89 minutes gone. So you're saying 4 minutes? I reckon 3 minutes. The rest board as well. Let's go with 3 minutes. You do guarantee that's now going to be about 5 or 6 minutes. So we'll find out.
If it's anything under, you've got it. If it's anything over, I've got it.
All right, so I'm saying 3 minutes. Yeah,
3 minutes. Yeah, and if you get under 3, if it's under 3 minutes, you win.
Yeah,
and then if it's 4 or more, I win.
Yeah, there we go. So let's see.
What a nice little bet we've got here.
Vicky's going there. Be asleep by 10 p.m. Most of these international qualifiers are pointless. Yeah, and all the good ones are like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
You know, for some reason. We got. Come on. 1-1 Tooney. Come on. She wanted to lob the keeper. Fair enough. Trying to give us some excitement. That's very true. So, what have we got for added time? Let's have a look. I think it's gone red. I can't see it yet.
What is the extra time?
Got Maisy singing there. Have they even bothered to look? Have they missed it on BBC? I bet they've missed it, and they're having to do it on the audio, but we can't hear it. If anyone has got the audio on, how many minutes extra time?
I don't even have a clue what it is. 2
minutes. No. 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
You win.
2 minutes.
You win.
Let's hope that there's not an official watch sponsor in the Euros because they'd be screwed. 2 minutes. Okay.
You win, Ander. You win.
I think we all win because we get to stop watching this a bit early. Go on. Give us another one. Make it 6. Come on. Yeah, and even Nikita Paris fancies a goal. Oh, look, even the Northern Ireland people are leaving now.
They think, oh, crap this.
Come on. There we go. Whips it in. Nice. Ooh. Yeah, just skied it really bright. Yeah, I think she just wanted to wait about 25 seconds and make it the last kick of the game. Yeah, she just kind of sliced it, unfortunately, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes? That's ridiculous. It's at least 4 minutes in today's game. Vicky says it's bedtime.
Oh, it sure is. I've been going to sleep early and waking up early when I was away, and then as soon as obviously I come back, I went to sleep at 1 o'clock, and I woke up at 11 o'clock.
It's because you're on holidays anyway. I know you're in the
No,
UK.
because when I was on holiday, I was going to sleep before 12 o'clock, and that is so unlike me. Let's be honest.
Very much so. Full-time whistle there. England 5, Northern Ireland 0. And everyone gets to go home. Yeah, just looking at that. Toone had a great game again. Just now, at least she's done England now, so she can get home. And yeah, another 90 minutes. Yeah, all right. Oh no, all right. I know. Well, I suppose the mitigating circumstance is that the City players are playing this weekend in the FA Cup semi-final, as are Chelsea. So I think at least we'll get a break on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, take care, Lansel. Good to have you back. Don't forget to us on Friday. The only place to be at 7 o'clock is with us on Friday. Victoria on their game. They're trying to mess it up for us. Katie's on looking dead happy when she's not been and done anything, which is something she's quite good at doing. But no, it's a good game. But as I say, I think shameless.
Yeah.
Shameless FC. There you go. It's almost as bad as the images from the Arnold Clark Cup where she's like, yeah, and she never even got on. She got a medal. But yeah, it's like, woo! At least she got to play at least against Macedonia anyway.
That's true, and she's got a hat trick, and that boosts Toone's confidence up for when she comes back to Man United, because we need all the best we can.
We do, and obviously, as everyone will be fighting the urge to sleep after that 90 minutes, we'll bring everything to a close. But it's been great having you back on, Maisy.
It's been an absolute pleasure as always.
And as I say, I'm looking forward to having you back on Friday with our show. Obviously, we'll have as a guest as well. And yeah, thanks everyone in the comments. Thanks Vix for making me laugh, and Lansel and Niall when he arrived. And I will see everybody. We'll see everybody soon.
Goodbye.